The Reds are close to signing Moises Caicedo, who will set the record. Liverpool are close to breaking their transfer record with an incredible signing, and a new report has revealed all the details behind the deal for Moises Caicedo. The Reds have had an interesting summer transfer window to date. There's been a lot of breakups at Liverpool this summer, and 2 new midfielders have been transferred. The midfield was strengthened with the arrival of Alexis Mac Allister and Dominic Szoboszlai from Brighton and Leipzig. But with James Milner, Naby Keita, and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain leaving when their contracts expired, the club has disposed of some dead wood. Fabinho and Jordan Henderson surprisingly went to Saudi Arabia, and Klopp's plans were thwarted. As Sunday's Premier League opening game against Chelsea approaches, there is a lot of disappointment in the fan base. There is not a single defensive midfielder on the roster that Liverpool will pitch on Sunday. Southampton's young player, Romeo Lavia, was apparently one of the front-runners to come and fill the role. But things changed dramatically as Brighton star Moises Caicedo now looks like he's headed to Anfield. The early morning information was extremely exciting about Liverpool's follow-up to the Ecuadorian. It has been stated that they are close to agreeing to a move and when the British record fee and medical reservation will be made. Liverpool have agreed with Brighton to sign Moises Caicedo for a British record £110 million. Brighton held the auction using the midnight deadline. Chelsea was the highest bidder, with the exception of Liverpool, at £100 million. Meanwhile, Sky Sports reporter Melissa Reddy claimed the deal was worth just over £111 million and revealed a sale clause. Liverpool's British transfer record bid for Moises Caicedo is actually £111 million and Brighton has a sale clause, he said. If Liverpool formalises this deal, they will have signed a player who truly has the potential to be an absolute game changer. Caicedo will put the Reds directly into the favourite position in the Premier League title fight. As Fabinho showed at his peak, the importance of bringing in an elite six cannot be overstated. While Lavia is an outstanding young player, Caicedo is someone who will immediately become one of the first names on the team page. A ruthless presser who covers the floor, bites the tackles and is also good at handling the ball, the 22-year-old averaged 2.7 tackles per game last season. He promises to be a good fit with Mac Allister and Szoboszlai, proving to be an excellent option on the defensive end. While the FSG has been rightfully criticised lately, given their lack of business, if they do get a record-breaking deal for English football, they'll be commended. Another midfielder and a new defender are still needed. But bringing in Caicedo solves a lot of problems, especially as he can also play at right-back and occasionally allows Trent Alexander-Arnold to fill his place. It was exactly what Liverpool needed as they entered the new campaign. Given that there is some negativity in the air as a result of the transfer being delayed, Caicedo's signature will certainly turn that around. Securing the services of someone Jamie Redknapp hails as amazing is a big deal. On the other hand, if this agreement is made before the Chelsea match, it is wondered whether Caicedo will be in the match. While it's possible the Reds will have a deal before this game, it's unlikely they'll sign him up before the noon closing point on Friday for this weekend's fixture. As a result, fans will likely have to wait until Liverpool's first home game of the season against Bournemouth on Saturday the 19th of August. It is also not yet clear whether the player will be eligible to start. The Ecuadorian midfielder has reportedly not trained with Brighton this week ahead of an anticipated transfer. He was also absent from the last pre-season friendly match where they drew 1-1 with Rayo Vallecano on the 6th of August. The situation of Caicedo is currently a matter of curiosity. But once in form, he is expected to be an integral part of the Liverpool squad. He is only 22 years old and has a long career ahead of him. If he pulls up his performance with Klopp, he could become one of the best midfielders in the world. He could also serve Liverpool for years to come. On the other hand, his adaptation to Liverpool will be short, as he played with Mac Allister in Brighton last season. The duo has already played a lot of matches together and they really know how to make up for each other's shortcomings. He is definitely creating a lot of excitement in the new season with his midfield transfer with Liverpool Caicedo. Marc Guehi could be the perfect Matip heir. Liverpool's transfer window has suddenly turned into a whirlwind of activity with the 2023-2024 Premier League campaign upon us once again. Alexis Mac Allister and Dominic Szoboszlai were signed by pre-season sporting director George Schmadt because Jürgen Klopp was trying to rebuild, but a massive midfield exodus has left question marks over the club's depth and dynamism at the centre. The remarkable revelations have made Moises Caicedo join the Reds against Chelsea, and while this is resounding news for the Anfield side, the defence still needs to sharpen. As such, Klopp is inclined to act on the mutters this summer and make a move for Crystal Palace's Marc Guehi. According to sources, the 23-year-old player is on Liverpool's radar and has been linked multiple times recently. But it will likely be a difficult transfer with a £50 million price tag. Being right-footed, it's not ideal considering Klopp is looking for a left-wing defender. But he can play either side of the back line and provide a huge boost to the solidity and stability of Liverpool's defence. Schmadt took a break from practice this summer after Liverpool failed to qualify for the Champions League this year, but the club is making moves to instantly return to premium continental competition. Given the club's performance last season, reinforcements on the defence are absolutely essential. Guehi could be that man. When Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahima Konate are in form, they form Liverpool's starting defensive duo. But Joe Gomez and Joel Matip have been questioned a lot lately for their poor defensive performances. It is possible that Matip will fall into the background with the arrival of Guehi. The Cameroonian defender is in the final year of his contract and was described by CBS reporter Nico Cantor as terrible last season. Guehi, meanwhile, was heralded as an absolute tank by former England U21 teammate Joseph Bursic, and has now made 82 appearances for the Eagles after signing a £18 million contract from Chelsea in 2021. Having averaged 41 games in his 2 campaigns at Selhurst Park, Guehi is an astute reader of the game. He uses his first-class position to eliminate the danger before he can confidently throw the ball forward. According to FBref, he is among the top 19% of centre-backs in Europe's top 5 leagues for successful captures per game. This means that he is adept at beating his opponents with the ball at his feet and using his speed and power. He also recorded an average of 6.9 SofaScore match ratings last season. Impressive with his composure, he completed 85% of his passes, 3.6 gaps per game, and succeeded in 68% of ground duels. At £50,000 a week, the Titan could emulate the forward-looking nature of the Matip. It can revive Klopp's back line and provide the extra gear needed to bring the machine back to life and send the club towards glorious success once again.